Okay, so we're back for another episode of NBA 2K11. And last episode earlier saw the Chicago Bulls defeat the New York Knicks by double digits 99-89 for Chicago. Derrick Rose 27, Kyle Korver 19, CJ Watson 11, Luol Deng 10, and then rest of the Chicago Bulls. In the other hand, for the New York Knicks, Wilson Chandler 25, Perry Felton 17, Amari Stoudemire 16, Randolph and Gallinari 10, and the rest of the New Year Knicks. So what a close game in the contest. No, it's not a close game in the contest. So great victory in the double digits for Chicago. And they improved 3-1 over the New Year Knicks. And coming up next, game 2 here at the Rose Garden in Portland, we have a Northwest Showdown featuring the Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook of the Oklahoma City Thunder take on Greg Oden and Brandon Roy of the Portland Trail Blazers. For this game, the Thunder are going to use the blue and the Blazers in the white. So for tip-off, we're on their way to sending Kevin Harlan here in Rose Garden in Portland. So the OKC and the Blazers starts now. Here we go, and let's get started. Enjoy!
A Thursday night broadcast of the NBA. The dynamite playmaker scorer running the offense, Russell Westbrook and the Oklahoma City Thunder, go up against the Portland Trail Blazers and their pick and pop big man, LaMarcus Aldridge. Oklahoma City, Portland, coming up next.
The crowd is assembled at the Rose Garden looking for a Blazers victory here in Portland, and we've got all the action for you on 2K Sports. This game marks the end of the road trip for Oklahoma City. They're looking to snag one here before heading back home. They dropped their last game, losing in Los Angeles to the Clippers.
They came up short when it came to glass eating, doing work on the board. It's so important to establish that inside game early on. They definitely were outmatched in that area.
Now the opening lineup for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Westbrook and Cephalosha in the backcourt. Durant and Green in the forward positions. And Kristich. And for the Trailblazers, Roy and Batum fill the wings. Aldridge at the 4 and Oden at the 5. And Miller. Strong season for the Blazers a season ago against the West. 33 wins and 19 losses.
Well, I tell you what, for a team that was so beat up along the front line, Kevin, that is a great, great record.
Here's Miller. Back to Aldridge. Got a piece of it. Here's Roy. And Oden backing in. Nails it from close range.
Beautiful, beautiful pass. Well executed there.
Miller against Westbrook. Green against Oden. Outside Westbrook. Pass to Durant. Jacks up the triple. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Durant's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Westbrook against Miller. Westbrook with the steal. Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Kevin, I had a chance to speak briefly with Coach Nate McMillan. It's one of the smartest offensive teams in the league that they're facing today, so he wants his guys to play just smart defensively. We've got to be ready for anything, he said, because there are just so many ways they can beat you.
Thank you, Doris. I get the feeling here, Clark, there's a lot more to be done here.
Well, one of the best ways to bother a shooter is to make him uncomfortable. Make him catch the ball where he doesn't want it. The closer in you get, the more they'll reach in for the pilfer. You got to protect the rush.
Here's Roy. He's coming off a 22-point game against Milwaukee. And they get it. Good. Roy's got his first 3 points of the game.
Through the DN and then kicked it out to the open man.
Open on D. This game coming after a loss against the Bucks.
I think they fell short on the defensive side of the ball at that end of the floor. I think that they played a little tougher, A more cohesive game when they didn't have the orange, they would have had a bigger game than they did.
The Blazers on offense, 4-point game. And going against Oklahoma City, their first meeting of the year.
First of 4 here. A little bit of a statement made there while he hung on the rim.
That's one way to make sure the whole building knows exactly what you just did. So timeout called here, the first for Portland. Serge Ibaka has checked in for Jeff Green. Here's Roy. He dumps it off. And Durant comes to help. Here's Batum. From 20 feet out. And that one's good. Here's Westbrook. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against the Clippers in Los Angeles. And there's another one for the Thunder.
He's just so gifted offensively. He's a tough guy to match up with.
Trailblazers trail by 6. Cephalosha with the steal. Rips it down.
They're on an absolute tear here. You can't get hotter than this.
Here is Miller. His last outing, he had 8 points. The Thunder came into their own last season, and their improved play on the road is evidence of that.
And that's really impressive when you consider how young this team is to get 23 road wins. A big step forward from the year before.
That's really good. So here's Westbrook. 2 minutes left in the first. And let's go to the 2K leaderboard to see the teams that blocked the most shots in the NBA last year. You take a look at the Thunder.
You know, Kevin, it's going to be really hard to duplicate the level of success they had in the block shots category last season. I know they'll give it their best effort, but it's hard to imagine that they could do much better than last season.
Rudy Fernandez and Kevin Durant with the slam.
Boy, he's such a powerful finisher, Kevin.
Well, it's almost a sure thing when he gets in that close call.
A clear path? You don't want to get in the way of this fella.
Oh, no. No, he's cleared for landing every time. Aldridge gets in, coming off an assist from Miller. Aldridge has got his first basket of the night. The Thunder leading by 6. Here is Durant. 38 points for him last game against the Clippers. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook.
No one really contested him at the basket that time, Kevin. He's just too good in there to leave the door open for him.
We talked to people in the Thunder organization, and they just rave about Durant's work ethic.
Well, it's very obvious this kid really wants to be excellent. They say he's always the first one in the gym and the last to leave. Essentially, he's a superstar who works as though he's trying to make the team.
Here is Miller. Not on the scoreboard yet. Baseline jumper. Durant to loose. And here are the Thunder now. They're leading by 8. Last game matched up with the Clippers. A tough loss there.
Kevin, I really don't think they have anything to be ashamed of. I mean, they played hard, really hard. They just couldn't compete on enough levels to take control.
Aldridge with it. Ibaka on him. And that one's good by Aldridge.
It's always a pleasure to watch a great shooter go to work. Give him a little elbow room, and it's automatic.
And hit that balls, and the foul is called. We'll see him shoot one from the free throw line.
What an explosive quarter he's had so far. I mean, he has an answer for every single defense that's been thrown at him so far.
For the Trailblazers, Joel Frisbilla checked in for Odin. Camby comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Roy in for Rudy Fernandez. Miller outside. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for two. It's on Kevin Durant.
Well-used foul there to prevent the easy layup, Kevin.
The first one falls. And that one goes in. Two from the line that time. Here's Maynard. 29 seconds left in the first quarter. Over Miller. And Maynard gets it to go.
They've been unstoppable. What a strong start.
And here we go with Andre Miller. Pass to Roy. Here's Camby. The shot's good. Roy making the play. Camby's got his first 2 points of the night. And taken away by Roy.
It's hard to make a pinpoint pass from that far away. He couldn't get a hold of it.
Now Ubama. It's hauled in by Andre Miller. Push it over, and big numbers up on the board. Thunder lead by 9.
Well, they've been getting out on the break and finding easy buckets. You got to give them credit. They've been working their tails off.
And we'll return momentarily.
Coming up next Monday, Carmelo Anthony and the Denver Nuggets go up against Derrick Rose and the Chicago Bulls. The NBA season gains momentum. Big-time hoops coming your way.
Now the second quarter about to start. Here's Maynard. Going back to the Thunder and the Lakers last playoffs, it was the league's lowest paid roster, going blow for blow with the league's most expensive one.
Well, money isn't always the answer, and the case in point there was David versus Goliath. That kind of matchup for sure, but only in payroll. The Thunder have more than their share of outstanding, talented players.
On the floor for Oklahoma City, getting going here in the second quarter. Maynard and Harden man the backcourt. Jeff Green, Polovich, they're inside. And Cook. He gets it back. Three-pointer Fernandez.
For a player of this skill, it's going to take a lot better defense than that.
The Thunder leading by 9. Now let's check in with the third member of our crew. Doris.
Well, Kevin, there's no doubt the Oklahoma City Thunder are a team on the rise, and folks around the league taking a bit of notice. Minnesota forward Kevin Love said they really set the bar for where teams in a rebuilding stage want to be. And Kobe Bryant said, I love what Oklahoma's doing. It's a young team. Everybody, including myself, is kind of sitting around saying, eventually, they're going to fall off. And then they don't. They just keep going. Some nice accolades for these youngsters, gentlemen.
You can tell they've made a big impression. Thanks, Doris. No good on that. So for the Trailblazers, Greg Oden, he's checked in for Aldridge. Batum comes in for Brandon Roy. And Andre Miller is subbed in for Jared Bayless. The Thunder also changing it up. Kristich is checked in, and Thabo Sefolosha subbed in for James Harden. Blazers, Clark, are really the opposite of run and gun. They like to slow it down. One of the slowest paces in the NBA.
Well, actually, they were the league's slowest paced team, Kevin, last season. It makes sense, though, if you look at their roster. They want to slow it up and play a half-court style to take advantage of some of that size and depth up front.
Fouled as he went up, and he'll go to the line. Bit of a step backwards for Jeff Green last season. A lot of people thought, he was going to be one of the breakout players.
Well, he saw his rebound totals and point totals drop, Kevin. But again, I'm not so quick to say when a guy's numbers slide that he hasn't improved. Learning the NBA game takes a few years, and I think Green is right on pace.
And to that point about Green, the way his buddy Durant was scoring last year, it might have been best anyway just to defer to him.
And it seems like that's kind of his personality. He's not one that wants to take charge. He's capable, he's skilled, and he's a valuable piece when you talk about a winning team.
Here's Oden off the inbound pass.
There's always the chance for something special to happen when he's headed to the basket.
Well, you can anticipate it, but then as a defender, you can't necessarily stop him.
His height is really an advantage on that medium-range jumper. He can just rise up and pop it right over the defenders and get a good shot every time.
Now Green defending. Baseline change. And then the Trailblazers good for two.
Kicked it to the right guy at the right time. That's a good pass.
Here's Kristich. Yes, and a nice assist from Maynard. And the Thunder lead by 14.
Those floaters are difficult to hit, but he made it look easy right there.
Miller outside. Tipped. And here are the Thunder now. It's a 14-point game. And he makes it look so easy, laying it right in.
Excellent defense, and the steal earns him a quick bucket in transition. Watch out, Doc!
And here is Fernandez.
That's exactly the way you got to hit the open man for the great look.
Here's Maynard. 2:16 left in the second.
You can't try those unless your man is wide open, Kevin.
Batum inside the three-point line. And the Trailblazers getting another bucket right there. Timeout is called. First of the game for the Thunder. So for the Trailblazers, LaMarcus Aldridge is checked in for Kent. Roy comes in for Rudy Fernandez. And Jared Bayless subbed in for Andre Miller. The Thunder making a switch here. So here's Westbrook.
Stay there! Stay there!
Puts it down with both hands.
Oh my goodness, nobody stopped the ball. The D made that much too easy for him. I see him. I see him.
Back to Oden. And here are the Thunder now. And now our sideline reporter, Doris Burke, has some info for us. Doris, take it away.
Well, Kevin, Scott Brooks won the NBA's Coach of the Year last season. Forward Nick Collison said Brooks' strength is that he's not a guy that likes to just hear himself speak. He's got a really good pulse on what's going on with the team. He can sense when we're slipping, and he can light a fire underneath us. Or he can sense when maybe we need a little confidence and try to pick us up a bit. Nice feel for this young coach, Kevin.
Well, he seems to be pushing the right buttons, Doris. Thanks. And Clark, you think about how the Thunder have grown as a franchise, building a young team the right way, acquiring young talent, not overlooking character. I mean, they're not making any shortcuts at all.
No, not at all. I mean, it is Oklahoma City, not exactly the most inviting destination. For free agents, and their practice facility is a converted roller rink, so it makes the sales pitch tough. But when you look at that young talent and how cohesive they are and that outstanding coach, it works.
Here's Durant. Connects. Durant's got 16 points. Here is Bayless. 8 points his last outing. To the wing. Batum from downtown. The shot's good. Boy, making the play.
And there he goes. He didn't get a three in the first. He's starting to look for it here.
After Westbrook, behind the arc. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple.
You can see that they're not worried about being conservative here. I mean, they're going after it. They're looking to shoot shots from behind the arc, taking more here than they did in the first quarter, and trying to put this team away.
For three, Roy, and again it's the Trailblazers. From deep.
Because they're behind, they feel a little pressure to start jacking up three-point shots, and it's led to more attempts from behind the arc.
And Westbrook gets it to go.
When he gets it going like this, you've got to double team it. That's your only hope.
Now Bayless.
Hit the perimeter.
He's covered by Westbrook. 1 second left, and that's the quarter. Nice tee to stifle the final possession.
I tell you what, the defense has really picked it up in this second half.
And the first half wraps up with a dominating performance underway.
What a performance from Durant here. He's got 16 points and a block. He's been putting it up, but it's been going down 100% from the floor.
Back in a moment, live from Portland.
And welcome to HP at the half, a rivalry game in action. Let's get going. Oklahoma City up on top against the Trailblazers at the Rose Garden. Effortless scoring, their field goal percentage is sky high. Kevin Durant has not felt much resistance against Portland. He's got 16 points and has added a couple assists in this one too. And for Portland's angle, they've been grinding away. The second chance buckets certainly adding up in this one. They pounded the offensive glass. Brandon Roy playing well in the first half. He has 8 points and has found his teammates with a few assists as well. A pair of guys here who've been factors for their teams in tonight's game. Thanks so much for tuning in. Now let's get you back out to the start of the third quarter. I'm Damon Bruce. So long, everyone.
Well, it hasn't been very close so far, but with another half remaining, still plenty of time left. Here comes Westbrook. 11 points in the game. Aldridge at the 4 and Oden at the 5. Roy and Batum fill the wings, and Miller. They're the group from Nate McMillan starting the second half. And Green gets it to go.
He clearly had the speed advantage there, and he used it to burn the D for the sweet hoop. Nice play. Hey, come get this!
Miller with the ball. Over Cephalosha, and it's Miller missing.
The D didn't respect him from that distance, and now we know why.
I think at this point you can look at Andre Miller as a bit of an Iron Man. He holds the longest active streak in the NBA, over 600 games straight.
Yeah, very durable, and it's hard to stay healthy over an 82-game season, and his recipe is sticking with the basics, nothing fancy.
Shooting for Portland, Greg Oden, 2 shots.
First one falls through. Another year for Greg Oden, and unfortunately, another injury.
It really is a shame, Kevin. You think about what those Portland fans were hoping for and what they had gone through with Bill Walton 25, 30 years ago. Oden's a great kid. I hope he can get the injuries behind him.
He makes 1 of 2 that time. Here's Oklahoma City. Outside, Green. Here's Durant. Hands it off with a nice move. Durant's got 18 points in the game. But the positive going back to Oden with last season, you could see, Clark, the progression from year to year, albeit brief in demonstration.
Yeah, and you hope that's the foundation that he's able to build on once he does get completely healthy, because you're right, he has made improvements before these first couple of years. He might not get a better look than that all game. You have to get closer to him. He's not going to bite you. Get up in it. Kevin, you know, they're still doing a pretty good job of limiting their giveaways right now.
Shoots up a 3, and again Oklahoma City with the triple. Here's Miller. Just over 3 minutes left in the third quarter. Now a timeout called by Portland. Courtesy of the 2K leaderboard, here's a peek at the league's top scorers from a season ago. Kevin Durant, number 1.
Well, anytime you can be the player that leads the league in scoring, or you're the top scorer, that's a huge accomplishment and something to be proud of.
The Thunder making a switch here. Collison's out there. Back to Miller.
Shooting for Portland, Andre Miller. Taking 2 shots.
You got this, baby, yeah!
Get your candy. Lots of candy. Who wants
And the first one at the line is good. You get a chance to talk with Andre Miller, and you find he's really a soft-spoken person. Not the most extroverted guy at all.
No, he's not. He's very much low-key, quiet. But boy, is he competitive on that court and extremely consistent and productive.
Very confident.
Yep.
Here's Westbrook. 14 points for him. Outside Durant. And here's the upcoming schedule for the Thunder. The Celtics will be coming into town for the next game, and that game will kick off a 4-game homestand. A challenging stretch here for Portland. Trailing by 17. They'll be playing host to Toronto for the next one. That'll be the latter half of this 2-game homestand. Aldridge's screen. And Oden backing in. Over Green. And Aldridge the basket on the assist by Oden. Aldridge has got his 3rd basket of the night right there. Well, with Andre Miller, as you were saying, he's a self-starter.
Yeah, he doesn't need anybody to get him going. I mean, his motor is always revving. And he's always thinking about how to help his team win.
Outside Roy.
Who's walking here?
And the low-post shot is good. Roy's got 10.
He's been getting after it offensively, but they're still trailing here. One guy can only do so much.
These Blazers were good against the West, but only 500 against teams in their own division.
Well, you know, Kevin, with Utah and Denver making up half of those games, it's not hard to see why.
That's right. Very, very different. 5 to shoot. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. From downtown. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple.
That's unselfish team basketball right there, Kevin.
So it's Portland now. It's an 18-point game. And you listed some great teams, but don't forget about the Thunder either. They really turned it on.
Boy, did they ever. I mean, that division sent 4 teams to the Western Conference playoff. I mean, enough said right there.
Speaks volumes about the division.
Well, how about Brandon Roy in this one? 10 points and 2 steals. He's knocking down threes as effectively as twos, and that's saying something.
Marcus Camby, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. Fernandez comes in for Nicholas Batum. A different look for Oklahoma City. Brandon Roy out of UW, the University of Washington, one of the few NBA superstars who's played all 4 years in college.
And, you know, despite dominating the collegiate ranks, Kevin, he did slide to the 6th pick in the 2006 draft. But he proceeded to make some GMs regret that they didn't take him last year.
Now the Thunder with it. Their biggest lead of the game was 21.
Good execution on the break leads to the nice bucket.
Here's Roy. He's got 12. Top of the key. Pin hit, and the Thunder go the other way.
Well, he can't believe that one didn't fall. Those are usually automatic. Aldridge, knock him down!
Here's Tabaka, and again Oklahoma City with the triple.
He's got major range, partner. You don't expect a big man to exhibit that kind of three-point shooting ability.
Roy against Harden. Roy kicks to Miller.
Get the perimeter!
Blocked.
Get the perimeter!
And it's the Thunder with the ball. Got a piece of it. Here's Fernandez. Roy. And that's good on the layup. Roy's got 14 points for the game.
Nice feed inside. Sets his teammate up for the easy deuce.
Here's Maynard. They have a 19-point lead.
I'm open right here.
Again, the Thunder score.
Speed kills after every rebound or bucket. They're pushing it ahead down the floor. They're killing them on the break. They'd be smart to hold it now for the last shot.
Set up! Set up!
Here's Miller, and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot two. Here's the 2K leaderboard with last season's best free throw shooting teams. Taking a look at Oklahoma City, right there at the 2 spot. So good.
Kevin, I think the extra practice really paid off for both of these teams last year. I mean, it was obvious that they spent an awful lot of time trying to become better at the free throw line, and it showed up in their results. You could see their confidence build throughout the season as a group.
And, of course, the Trailblazers. They're absolutely fantastic from the free throw line. And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
You can see the difference here in the second half, and it's a big difference as far as their intentions on taking that ball inside. They're getting to the paint and drawing fouls at a much higher rate than they did in the first half.
Durant just inside the line. Replay for three, and the double-digit game going on here. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
Absolutely. He's scoring well, and he's doing it with excellent efficiency. That's the key. He's playing within himself and getting good looks.
It's the Thunder, leading by 17.
An early season picture of the NBA comes into focus. Derrick Rose and the Chicago Bulls go up against Paul Pierce and the Boston Celtics. Friday night NBA hoops. Be there.
So as we get rolling here in the fourth, let's go to our sideline reporter, Doris Burke, for the Sprite Spark Report. Doris?
And Kevin, for that great stretch the Thunder put together, they get the Sprite Spark Award. With their run in the second quarter, they jumped on them early and have continued to hold their ground, guys.
Great, Doris. That big scoring run being a difference maker, Clark, in this game.
Well, it often comes in spurts, Kevin. Spurtability is what I call it, and that's what happened today.
And Oklahoma City, look at who they've got to start the fourth quarter. Mayer and Harden man the backcourt. Right out there with Nick Collison and Cook. The three from Harden. And that's collected by Canby. And here are the Blazers. Trailing by 17. Down low. And the jam by Nicholas Batum.
Excellent anticipation there, Kev. He placed that pass perfectly.
Here is Harden. The tray gets to go. And the Thunder lead by 18.
Boy, there's been no answer for the three-point shot this half. They've dominated from behind the arc.
Pass to Oden. Over Harden. And then the Trailblazers good for two.
Nice speed. That's the way to keep the ball moving. Nice anticipation right there to snatch that one.
And here's Batum. Into Greg Oden. Takes it out. Triggers to lay it in, but it doesn't go.
That's really not the kind of performance that his team needs from him here in this quarter.
And here's Harden for three. The shot, no good. And the Blazers the other way. Now Bayless. Deflected.
One thing I'm noticing with this team, Kevin, they're holding on to the ball a lot better, doing a good job of securing the ball.
Here is Bayless. About 3.5 minutes left in the game.
Get the perimeter! Shoot it!
Canby a screen on Harden. Here's Matthews and sinks it from three.
In the first half, they didn't shoot nearly as many threes. But finding themselves down now, they started to cast up a lot more triples.
And here are the Trailblazers. 15-point game. Easy shot.
Not at all. Major throwdown there. Now that's what you're supposed to do with an offensive rebound. Don't play around with it. Rise up and send it home.
Just a tear to have to deal with down there.
Yeah, he's an animal in the lane.
Maynard, it's blocked, but they recover it.
Shoot it, shoot it.
Let's go with the three. Hits the bucket.
Boy, they're really trying to throw dirt on him with the three-point shot here in this second half. And if you're making them, you can put a team away in a hurry. But if you're not, you've got to go to the next option.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. They're down by 16. 2:31 left in the fourth. Both teams deciding to change it up. Here's Roy. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot two.
A good play from Greg Oden as this one. He's got 11 points and also a block shot. His defense has been equal to his offense today, and both have been great.
And so he makes both from the line. Here's Westbrook. 2:28 left in the game. Green, he's covered by Roy. On the corner, and Green gets it to go. And the Thunder lead by 16.
That's a good look. Very nice look. Hey, get on Miller, get on Miller. Aldridge.
Miller kicks to Aldridge. That's good. It's Miller with the assist. And here are the Thunder now. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. The first free throw is good. The Trailblazers making a switch here. Batum's checked in. Then for the Thunder, Kristich is checked in. And Thabo Sefolosha subbed in for Serge Ibaka. He's perfect from the line this time. Here is Miller. He's covered by Westbrook. To the inside. And Nicholas Batum with the slam.
Boy, it's a thing of beauty to watch him just rise up and put it down.
Clark, doesn't it look like he's always having fun out there?
Yeah, he's having a party. I mean, they might need to stock a spare backboard when this guy comes to town.
Sefolosha's shot is good.
With a comfortable lead, they should be able to finish this one off.
And here comes Miller.
Come to me, come to me.
That one is good on the layup. So here's Westbrook. Here's Kristich. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook.
Way to close out an opponent. Kevin, I think we're done here.
Miller up on top.
A little different look here. Great man-to-man defense. With a high basketball IQ at the offensive end, this guy is just waiting for you to make one mistake as a defender. If you do, he'll take advantage of it.
Durant commits the jump. That's foul number 2 for him.
Easy call there. He moved his feet, anticipated the drive, squared up to the offensive player. That was clearly a charge.
Here's Sefolosha. Stolen by Durant.
Well, he's having some trouble with the ball right now after a pretty clean and sharp first half where he coughed it up just once, Kevin.
The Blazers on offense. They trail by 18. To the paint, Batum. Miller kicks to Roy. That's good. It's Miller with the assist. 16 points for Brandon Roy. And here comes Westbrook. Finished off with a two-hand slam.
Every basket puts another nail in the coffin. This game is theirs.
His second person, second team. At the line of the
And he makes the free throw. Here is Miller. He's one assist away from the double-double. He's covered by Westbrook. Aldridge.
Back door. Baseline.
Dumps it off. Here's Batum. And pushed through it to him.
They needed this run sooner. I don't think they have enough time left to stage a comeback now.
Here's Durant. And there's another one for the Thunder.
They're leading by double digits, and I'd say this game is essentially done.
The Blazers on offense. 19-point game. Here's Miller. Stolen by Durant. And here are the Thunder now. They have a 19-point lead. Trying to convert on the alley-oop, but snatched away.
Kevin, not much they can do right now. Time is not on their side.
Here is Durant. Cephalosha, covered by Miller. Baseline jumper. Again, the Thunder score.
Right now, he's just too good, Kevin. Way too good. They need to bring a second defender and try to make him give up the ball.
Oden, a screen on Durant. Roy from outside. Gets it to fall. Roy's got 19 points. So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. You know, Clark, every team has a bad night, and these guys might want to watch the tape of this game the next time they have a bad night to remind themselves how dominant they can be.
Well, this is one of those dreamlike games for a coach.
Well, it's time to say so long. For Clark Kellogg, Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan, along with our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. Now it's time to present our Jordan Brand Player of the Game, Kevin Durant.
Okay, so the Thunder would dominate over the Portland Trailblazers. Here's the injury here. Here's the return or update some out of the days. They were out there, we heal it. They were out there, Memphis Grizzlies just stay here and we heal. Alright, check out some update in the game to see what is going on. And Ronnie Blue will be out for 1 to 2 weeks. So check out some OKC versus Portland, won by Thunder by 18, 102 to 84. Check out some stats. Trailblazers, 20 points for Batum, 19 points for Roy, Oden 13, Miller 10, Oj 8, and the rest of the Portland Trailblazers. On the other hand, for the Oklahoma City Thunder, Kevin Durant 25, Russell Westbrook 19, Tabu Cephalusha 15, Harden and Green 10, and the rest of the Oklahoma City Thunder. It's a great victory in the contest. The Thunder will crush over the Portland Trail Blazers. So let's check out upcoming schedule on November 5. We're going to hear updates of 12 NBA games together. We got the Bucks, Pacers, Nets, Magic, Cavaliers, Sixers, Hawks, Timberwolves, Heat, Hornets, Grizzlies, Suns, Bobcats, Pistons, Wizards, Knicks, Jazz, Warriors, Raptors, Lakers. Our first matchup will be here in TD Garden for the marquee matchup in the East. The Chicago Bulls take on the Boston Celtics. And our second game will head to Pepsi Center in Denver for the Clippers and the Nuggets. So far Detroit and Denver have not won season yet, so only have 0. So far they only have 5 losses yet, so hopefully looking for the first victory of the stench for the season. Let's check out Sim up right here. For first, we're gonna go heading to Indianapolis. Bucks and the Pacers. We have the Bucks will win. Roy Hill, we're gonna get double. Danny Granger 18, Tyler Hansbrough 16, George 12 on the other side for Milwaukee, McGee 28, Red 13, Sherrod Bogu has double 12, and from Jennings 12 points and Delfino 10. Next up, we got the Nets and the Magic, and Magic would take and dominate over New Jersey Nets. For Magic, 31 points for Jameer Nelson, 28 points for Dwight Howard, Vince Carter 16, Bass and Lewis 11 at the side of New Jersey, Williams 19, Lopez 17, Outlaw 15, Murphy 11, and Morrow 10. Harris didn't only score 6 points. Caps and the Sixers hold on the Caps by 2. For the Sixers, Evan Turner 19, Andre Iguodala 17, Host 13 and 12, Brand 11, Allen Iverson 9, 8 for Lou Williams and the rest of the Philadelphia 76ers. On the other hand, for Cleveland, Jamison 22 and 12, Sherrod Mo Williams, Ramon Sessions 14, and Anderson Barangel 13. Next, we got Atlanta and Minnesota will take a 13-point victory over the Hawks. Kevin Love 18, Johnny Flynn 16, Ellington 12, and the four players are 11 points for Minnesota. Other side for the Hawks, 17 points for Josh Smith, Jamar Crawford, and Al Horford 15. 3 players with the same Hawks team, and 14 points for Mike Beebe. Miami and New Orleans, and oh wow, the Hornets somehow knock off the Heat. Okay, so not bad. Marcus Thornton 28, David West and Chris Paul scored 24. Okafor have double, and Page only got 9. On the other side for Miami, Dwayne Wade 33, LeBron 28 and 12, and Chris Bosh 21. Udonis Haslam 12, and the rest of the Miami Heat. Wow, that was nice. Memphis and the Phoenix, and Memphis, surprisingly, they're now 5-1 record over the Phoenix Suns. Jason Richardson 19, Hakeem Warwick 14, Josh Childress 10, Hildo Turkoglu 9, Aaron Clark 8, and Steve Nash only got 7. On the other side for Memphis, OJ Mayo surprisingly 35, Zach Randolph 17 and 10, Mike Conley 15, Rudy Gay 14 and 10, and Marc Gasol has double. Bobcats and the Pistons, and Jonas Jerebko is just fine for backspans for hurting play 1 to 2 weeks, but the Pistons still remain winless. They lost and no match by the Bobcats. For Detroit, Rodney Stockey 17, Gordon has 16, Rich Hamilton 13, Villanova 10, Maroon 8, and the rest of Detroit. And the other side for Charlotte, Gerard Wallace, wow, they scored 48 points and 11 rebounds. Steven Jackson 25, Nazi Muhammad, Tim Thomas, and DJ Augustine scored 11, and Boris Diaw only has 8 points. Next, we got the Wizards and the Knicks, And Wizards will take their business over the Knicks by 9. Amari Stoudemire had 22. Schindler 21, Gallinari 14, Randolph 13, Felton 10, and the rest of the New York Knicks. Other side for Washington, Andre Blatch 31, Howard 20, John Wall double-double, Yi Jilian, and Glibber Arenas 14 in the West on the Washington. And next up we got Utah and Golden State. And Utah will take their business over the Warriors. So 23 and 10 for David Lee, 21 for Monte Ellis. It looks like all the rest for the Golden State. While Steph Curry only have 4 points. Other side for Utah, Paul Millsap 23, Al Jefferson 18, Andre Kalenko 14, Williams 13, and Okor 10, and the rest of the Utah Jazz. And finally, Raptors and the Lakers, and Lakers will dominate win. Almost score 50-point margin. That was a dominate win. So 46-point dominant for the Lakers to take care over the Raptors. 38 points for Lakers. Kobe Bryant, Paul Gasol 23, Lamar Odom 19, Derek Fisher 13, Andrew Bynum 10, and the rest of the LA Lakers. And the other side for the Toronto, Barbosa 20, Bargani 18, and looks like the rest of Toronto Raptors. Alright. Well, it's time to set heading to TD Garden in Boston. It's gonna be a great one here, but going to save files now. But first, let's check the standings right here in the early November. Memphis and LA are both sharing 5-1. OKC 4-1. Houston, San Antonio, and Dallas 3-1. Utah 3-2. Share with Phoenix and the Hornets. Kings are 2-3. So the last team winless are 0-4. Denver Nuggets. The last team in the worst team was the East and the 0-6 Detroit. Unfortunately, Pistons not won. No win yet. Let's check it on the other side. Boston still at the top. Will be a great matchup with Chicago, Washington, Miami, Milwaukee, Charlotte, Sixers, Knicks, and the Hawks. Alright, it's time to wrap up for the teams. So it's time to save fouls now. Alright, that'll do it for now. It's time to wrap up there. And that's it. This is Andre Kenshin. And now our next game. Tomorrow we're on the TD Garden in Boston. We got Derrick Rose of the Chicago Bulls take on Paul Pierce, Kevin Garnett, and Ray Allen of the Boston. So that's gonna be an interesting matchup. It's gonna be a great game about to watch between those two of the superpowers. And followed by second game here in Pepsi Center in Denver, we got Blake Griffin of the Los Angeles Clippers take on Carmelo Anthony of the Denver Nuggets. Nuggets need a must win, looking for the first victory of the season. They're dropping 0-4 so far. So that'll do it for now. This is Andre Kenshin. As you all know, in the NFL Week 16 Thursday Night Football, where Seattle Seahawks, led by Sam Darnold, takes down Matthew Stafford of the Los Angeles Rams, and the Seahawks are the first team to clinch their playoff berth in all the massive thrilling overtime victory here in Seattle. So that will wrap things up. So that's it for it. Do it to now. This is Andre Kenshin. The Oklahoma City Thunder crushing the Portland Trail Blazers by 18. 102 to 84 as we reach the 1R for the YouTube. So time to take care of business, and so long everyone, and peace out, and time to take care, and we'll see you tomorrow for the doubleheader. First game, Chicago and Boston, followed by second game, Clippers and Denver. Take care, and so long, and peace out. Good night, and we'll see you tomorrow.